I think in order to restrain harming others, we have to deal the motivation level. Usually, I think all these destructive emotion, we take for granted this part of our mind. You see, I think generally, you see, we never pay attention. Try to reduce these things. I think here, as I mentioned yesterday, the ancient Indian psychology, including Buddhist psychology, it mentioned the 6 main minds. And then, minus is secondary. Secondary mind about 51. So there are different groups. Destructive emotions, mainly 6. Then 20. Another five group of 5 is the every sort of the mind always to see 5 aspects.
5 omnipresent minds.
Then
Then 5 minds ascertaining objects.
11
11 virtuous qualities. And then 4 changeable minds.
So you see, there are many detailed sort of explanation about sort of the consciousness and including emotions. So it is very, very important in order to deal the motivation level. It is very necessary to know the whole sort of the system of emotion and its own causes and because of conditions. It's very, very essential. For example, practice of love or compassion. Just you see, repeat 1,000 times, love, 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 not much sort of effect. So we must sort of know the causes or conditions of love, the opposition of love. We should know. Like you see the specialist for certain disease, you see, have fuller knowledge about the causes of the illness, and then antidote of that sort of virus or that illness. So with fuller knowledge, then deal these sort of particular sort of illness. Similarly, emotion, the destructive emotion, you have to deal with fuller knowledge about the counterforce of that destructive emotion. So that's why we call training of mind. Training mind, firstly, should know the system of the mind or emotion. Then bring conviction. Oh, this mind, this emotion, very, very harmful. I must reduce. So through that way, you develop some kind of willpower to combat that emotion. Then the weapon to combat that emotion is wisdom side. I think self-centered attitude, the counterforce is altruism. The distorted ignorance for that sort of the counterforce is wisdom. Not that, like that. So therefore, so you see, usually we simply take for granted anger, attachment, all this. I think actually, the biological factor. what do you call the medulla, brain, medulla. You see,
Amygdala.
you see, how to say, the basis of development of these emotions. So we consider this something normal. But through experience, it's clear we can change this emotion with the help of wisdom. So therefore, usually you see people who more sort of more self-centered attitude and more aggressive, then people say, oh, that's an able person, more compassionate, humble person, and then some people may take advantage. Isn't it? So in the society, we're full of competition, full of negative emotion. Then these destructive emotion, sometimes you see, consider something helpful. That's a mistake. So now, scientists, medical scientists, they say constant fear, constant sort of anger, hatred, actually eating our immune system. That's not Buddha's teaching, but scientists now say that. So very clear. And then way to develop these destructive emotion, as I mentioned yesterday, some scientists say these emotion very much based on mental projection. So that comes from ignorance, lack of knowledge about the reality. So like that.